Hello, I am Marie Chris Reyes. I'll be leading our interview today. So, joining us on the meeting are Miss Christy San Pedro and Chelsea De La Cruz. So, we are the fourth year student taking up a Bachelor of Science in Tourism Management and currently conducting a research titled Online Distance Learning and Academic Performances of Tourism Management Student of Wesleyan University, Philippines.
With your permission, I'd like to record this call. The recording will only be used to help us in our research, and it won't be shared with anyone except those with the need to know. Recording this call also helps me because I don't have to take as many notes. Before we start, is it okay if we ask you to introduce yourself? What's your name?
The full name, rather. Can you answer?
Hi. My name is ALLI GOLLA. I'm from BSTM 42.
Age po? Gender?
I'm 22 years old. By sex, I am male, but by gender, I consider myself as a transgender woman.
Okay, thank you. Online class use po. Wi-Fi or data?
Wi-Fi, syempre. Poor ba?
Thank you for that, Miss. Sir, Mr. Can I call you Mr. or Miss?
Very disrespectful, the researcher po, because
Mr. Ali, so
I told earlier that my gender is a transgender, and oh my gosh.
So shall we start with the questionnaire? So the first question with you is, how proficient are you in terms of technology as to knowledge and use of hardware requirements such as your desktop, laptop, tablet, or smartphone? You can answer in Tagalog.
Proficient.
Yes.
Paano po proficient? Sige, explain niyo po sa akin.
Parang
Medyo
paano
malalim
mo
po.
daw na nahihirapan ka ba sa paggamit ng desktop, laptop? Saan ka ba mas nadadalian?
No.
Parang ganun.
No, hindi naman po ako nahihirapan. Pero mas nadadalian ako sa phone in terms of online classes. Pero in terms of paper, I'm using my laptop. And I think yun yung mas convenient para sa akin.
Thank you for that. Second question is, how proficient are you in terms of technology as to knowledge and use of software tools such as learning management system and platforms for communication like Zoom, Google Meet, e-source such as ebooks?
I think I'm proficient enough. Kaso nga lang, sometimes, may mga struggles tayo. Syempre, it's online. So, hindi natin maiiwasan yung mga pagkawala ng internet connection, especially dito sa location ko, which is very hard na magka-connection and madalas mabagal. So, yun.
So,
Pero mas okay ako sa Zoom than Google Meet.
Thank you. Going to the third question, how do you maintain your academic honesty in self-learning modules?
I maintain myself, honestly, in self-learning modules.
What's funny,
By
Mr.
reading
Ali?
my modules, by reading the reviewer, and yes, self-learning, I guess.
Parang hindi pa po kayo sure sa sagot niyo. So the fourth
Hindi
question
talaga.
will be asked by Christy San Pedro.
Okay, next question. How are you able to adapt to the online distance learning course?
How I am able to adapt? At first, it's very hard to adapt kasi ang hirap kasi. Pero day by day na sasanay na din yung system ko na I need to wake up early, open my internet, may Zoom meeting, may Canvas just to get in my class. So, ayun. Na-adapt ko siya naturally.
Okay, thank you. Next, how are you coping with the lesson delivered in online distance learning modality and why?
What? how are you coping with the lesson delivered in ODL modality? What is ODL modality?
Online distance learning, ODL means.
Oh, ano ba yung modality? What is modality? Ano ba yan? Ano yung modality? Online distance learning. What is modality? Hindi ko masagot eh.
Modality, parang ano ba, how you coping with that? So, paano mo na, ano yung lesson, yung paano, naiintindihan mo ba yung pagkakaano nung, parang pagkakaano nung lesson ng isang prof?
To be
Ganun.
honest, no.
Paano mo siya na
Because
parang,
there's a lot of distractions such as notifications and such things because I'm a very ano ba yun? Hindi ako magaling mag-focus na tao. So mas natututo pa ako by reading than on a discussion mode. Ayun.
Okay, thank you. Next, are you able to comply with the requirements and the corresponding due dates? How are you able to comply and meet certain deadlines?
I think everyone is able to comply on a certain requirements or due dates because yung mga teachers naman natin is maaga nilang binibigay yung requirements and mahaba din yung time natin para gawin yung requirements na yun.
Okay, thank you. Next,
So,
are
how
you
I'm
able...
able to comply? Next na ba? Okay po. Sorry po.
Tapos na ba? Okay, next question. Are you able to attend to synchronous meeting? If not, how do you manage these virtual meetings or virtual meetings?
I am able to attend synchronous meetings sometimes. Sometimes I miss and ano ba? I manage this virtual meeting by reading the modules. When I got home or when I have internet, I always do self-learning. So even though I miss the synchronous meeting, I have the knowledge with me. I have the knowledge with me.
Okay, thank you. Next question, si Chelsea naman yung magtatanong.
Number 8 po is, what are the challenges you have encountered in this online distance learning? How do you manage to cope with these challenges?
How do I manage? So, ano ba yun? So, yung mga challenges na na-encounter ko is yung mawala ng kuryente during online class, bumagal yung internet, masira yung internet, malubat, and I managed to cope these things. First, yung sa internet connection, I always make sure na meron akong load or may makakontak agad ako just in case na mawala ng internet connection. And second is, pagdating naman sa battery is, I always charge my power bank. By that, nakukope ko naman yung mga challenges.
Number 9, what do you consider... Okay na po.
Okay na po.
Number 9 is, what do you consider based on experience as distraction while in online distance learning? Why do you think you are having this distraction while in online distance learning?
Paano po? Pakitagalog nga ako. Medyo nabobobo na po ako.
Sabi po ganun, based daw po sa experience nyo, ano daw po yung mga distraction habang nag-online kayo, online class, ganun po. Tapos sa tingin nyo daw po, bakit daw po kayo nagkakaroon ng distraction na yun? Ganun po, parang ganun.
So yung mga distractions na na-encounter ko while nag-online class is, first is yung notification sa mga social media accounts like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or sometimes is yung sa family naman is kapag kakain ng lunch while nagka-online class, minsan nadidistract din ako sa pagko-focus. Why do you think you are having this? I think because hindi rin masyadong cooperative yung mga tao dito sa amin pagdating sa oras. And then, yung sa mga notifications naman, I'm easily, mabilis akong ma-distract eh. So, ayun, kapag may nagno-notif or nagbabibrate yung mga phone ko, nawawala ako sa focus. So, ayun.
And
Okay na po.
last question is, are you able to study well given the time, materials, and tools, gadgets, and application available in an online distance learning modality? And why? If not, how do you cope with this lesson pacing even with lack resources?
Are you able to study well give the time? Yes, I'm able to study well naman by giving the time. Because I have a complete materials naman for online distance learning. That's why nagagamit ko naman sila agad and nakakapag-comply naman ako sa mga activities and quizzes ahead of time. So, ayun po,
Okay.
okay na po.
Thank you, Miss Ali Golia. I'd like to end by thanking for you making the time to have an interview with us. Your feedback is valuable and will be used to inform our future design decisions. We also want to take this opportunity to ask if we could take a picture with you. This will be attached as a proof of interview in our appendix.
Oh, let's take a picture na daw. Marie Chris.
Mag-on cam ka.